Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Force with some more Hearthstone. We're going to continue our ladder climb series. This will actually be the final video for this season, and we're going to be wrapping up by taking a look at a budget aggro hunter deck featured by Don't Kick My Robot on Blizz Pro. And I'm pretty excited to show you this deck because it's very inexpensive. Now, the original showcase of this deck had a 960 dust cost. I made one adjustment. I replaced a Reckless Rocketeer, which is a very inexpensive card, with a Leroy Jenkins. But if you run the base version of this deck, incredibly inexpensive, very, very affordable. And we'll see how it does. We're currently sitting at rank 10. Play a few games and see if we can climb the ladder a bit more with this budget aggro hunter deck. Now, I will be the first to admit I am not super well versed with aggro hunter. It's just not a play style that I am very, very familiar with. Conceptually, it's very straightforward. You go for the face. That's the game plan. We're playing against a Handlock, so we do have to be aware of the fact that if we bring him too low, he is going to get a free. He's going to get free Molten Giant to play. But sometimes it's also worth taking that risk, because what if he doesn't have the Molten Giant in hand? Then you're just dealing a bunch more damage. So things to consider, basically. Okay, so right now we can't quite do our combo here. We could just go with another companion. And I think we actually are gonna do that. We're gonna go with another command. Talk about that aggressive start here. He's now down to 15. Even if he has a Molten Giant, he cannot play it right now. I mean, he can play a Molten Giant for 5, but he cannot play it at the moment. I'm kind of hoping he plays 2 creatures. That'd be probably the best case scenario for me, because we can Starving Buzzard Unleash. Alright, he's gonna silence. He's gonna do that to his 4/5, so he can attack my 4/4. That gives him a little bit of a safe spot here, but I am actually going to unleash to do some card draw and to clear his board. I'm trying to think though. If I wait, yeah, no, let's do this. And actually forget clearing his board. Let's just go for his face. Well, it's only 2 damage to his face, though. So get rid of his 2 creatures instead of doing 2 damage to his face. I think we're gonna actually do that. Now, he can play Molten Giants for 1. Does he have any? How many does he have? Can he follow it up with a taunt? A la Something for Your Protector. He's gonna Mortal Coil our 2/1. Draws a card. He's gonna play a Mountain Giant, and he does not have the taunt for it. That is good for us. That is very good for us. What do we have? This is 3 plus 5 plus 4. That's all she wrote. Be 5 damage there, and there's our first game. Budget Hunter deck. Getting off to a good start. Let's move on to game number 2. Now, I do get quite a lot of people expressing frustration, I would say, whenever, basically whenever I play an aggro style deck. They say, why are you playing aggro? They're so cheap, we hate them, etc, etc. The biggest reason that I play aggro and show it to you guys is because they're the inexpensive decks. I actually generally, myself, prefer to play control. I am very fond of the warrior control deck. I am very fond of the druid control deck. But these are cheaper decks. They also make for good ladder climb. They make for good ladder climb videos, and that's another reason why I show them to you, because you can go through games pretty quickly, and that's good for climbing the ladder. Very, very good indeed. All right, I think we will actually coin into an Eagle Horn Bow. So what we can do next turn is, if we don't draw a secret, we can tracking and likely pull a secret, and then use that secret to pump up our Eagle Horn Bow. That's a Chillwind Yeti. It's a good target for the deadly shot. He's gonna have plenty of deadly shot targets. There's no question about that, though. I think we'll just do it. We're just gonna throw the deadly shot at that. Yeah, he will have plenty of good deadly shot targets. We do have another one in the deck. We also have the Hunter's Mark as well. It's a Druid of the Claw. We might have to throw down an early Unleash the Hound, to be honest with you. Can misdirection. That's decent. Because that's gonna get a trigger of this as well. And why don't we draw a card with the Flare? I don't expect him to be running any stealths that I want to save it for. Obviously, we're not going to see any secrets from him either, so. Throwing down the Flare for whatever, just for the card draw as the cantrip. Well, actually, it doesn't technically count as one because it has no additional effect, but anyways. Yeah, just throwing down the Flare for the card draw is, I think, fine in this matchup. It's certainly possible that he's running secrets, but it's not super likely. Alright, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna probably Explosive Trap and then throw down a Hunter's Mark. I could kill that too, though, if I go with an Unleash right now. Although I don't know. I honestly think I might be making a mistake. I might have made a mistake even going for the Drake because I should be focusing on his health pool basically. And that should be my primary focus with this deck. Obviously, deadly shots are used to remove creatures and such, but beyond that, I focus less on board control, more on and we're just gonna take the loss of our buzzard and go for his face. Just sort of going back to what I just mentioned. Sure, we can kill that to try to save our buzzard for a turn, but trying to Zerg him down is the ultimate goal here.
I must safeguard the land.
Alright, here's a keeper for killing that, and then he gets the kill of that too. And a mark. So we can hope the deadly shot hits it. We could silence it. And yeah, I've got another bow.
I hunt alone.
So let's go for the face. Let's go for the face. Silence the taunt to get by it. Also stops him from coming back. Reduces his life. The biggest thing though was to get by it and attack him in the face with the Eagle Horn Bow. We're gonna have this pop. So it's gonna deal 2 damage to him, bring him down to 9. Obviously you can always get that 1 extra health by armoring up with the Shapeshift. We've got 3 attacks now with the Eagle Horn Bow. Fortunately, we're pretty much out of steam at this point, and he could be throwing down some Mondo creatures. What's a Mondo creature? I mean something big. Alright, so here's a Force Roar.
Sorry.
And wow, really? Oh my gosh. Alright, that's the game. Game number 2 is a loss. And our final game for today will be against a warrior. I'm trying to think here. I don't necessarily want these right now. Yeah, okay. Alright, we can deal with that. Stone Tuskboar, since we are going first, is going to let us start picking away at him. Obviously, he is going to be able to consistently armor up, which will be a huge pain in the butt to deal with, but that's okay. And I actually might just follow up with a snipe, because I expect him to probably play a creature this turn or next. And that will get rid of that. And on turn 4, we can go with double card draw, which would not be bad. We have to. I'm well aware of the fact that he can whirlwind, and he'll probably clear our board. But getting some cards will be good. We don't expect him to have a lot of creatures in play at any given time. So there's the Acolyte of Pain. That's going to trigger our snipe. We just get, of course, the single card draw off of that. And yes, Animal Companion. Pre-combat, in case we get the one that pumps this guy up. We did not, but just in case, we ended up getting. And trust me, I'm not unhappy with Misha either. Misha is very nice. And we are going to go straight for his face here. Pretty heavy too. I am well aware of the fact that he probably has a whirlwind, and he is probably going to play it. But I'm just trying to get some card draw and push through some damage right now, so. So got a few cards, ended up pulling a Misdirection. We've got a Hunter's Mark. We still have that second Timberwolf. Let's see the Whirlwind. There it is. So that clears all but my Misha. Misha could still die here though. Got an Execute, there it is. Alright. And then with his remaining 2, we are going to see a Fiery War Axe. And he's going straight for my face with that instead of saving for the creatures. I guess it's not that. It's a little surprising, but I won't be throwing down a Misdirection quite yet. We're just gonna sit on what we have right now. Lost momentum at this point though. So this is the point where the warrior can easily start turning the game around. I'm guessing he's got a second Fiery War Axe if he attacked with both of those. Yeah, there it is. It's the point, because I'm not attacking with anything, that he can easily just start turning things around. Hit for 3 there. Got our Misdirection. The reason I played that was just to trigger for the secret, basically. So that'll happen right here. Which is very nice, because we get rid of his creature at the same time, since he's got a weapon. And he will play a Drake. We'll be ignoring that. We are just trying to rush him down. Here's Animal Companion. Nice. And actually, we should have the win next turn. We should have the win next turn, unless he plays a big taunter right here. Actually, no, because he can also, he throws up another armor. Okay. So no taunt, no armor. Or no more armor than that, so we have the win. Alright, excellent. Pretty simple, straightforward. Play a beast. Kill command for 5. Go like that. We also have the overkill, the steady shot if need be, but that is the game. And that will do it for this ladder climb video. Once again, this will be the last one of the season. We're gonna start moving into the deck spotlight now. I ended up going 2-1. I will also, again, freely admit, I don't I'm not that great at playing Hunter. I just haven't spent a lot of time with it. I know it seems super straightforward, but the really good Hunter players, you know, it's all about having the right cards in your hand for the right matchup, and that's just unfortunately something that I really don't know anything about. But you know, I'm a pretty mediocre player as is. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this gameplay video. Stay tuned. We'll be moving into deck spotlights very soon. And yeah, keep watching and keep owning.